growing up, I couldn't wait to be rich. My family moved me around like 14, 15 different places. I was the oldest out of 6 kids, and we always struggled to pay the bills and pay rent, being evicted. So in my mind, I thought that when I get older, I have gotta be rich, man. I gotta make some damn money. And then I'll be happy. Then I'll be the man that I wanna be. So what happened is that every job I worked, I felt like it wasn't good enough. I was in this scarcity mindset where I've got to get more. I've got to get more. I don't have enough. I need more. And then what happened earlier last year, I started a new job in sales. And when I got that first commission check, it was amazing. It blew my mind. I looked at it. I took a picture of it. I was just blown away. I finally am making it. I don't have to be in scarcity anymore, right? But something really, really weird started to happen. As I made more money and I got more commission checks, I started to get down. I started to lose my motivation to make more money. But for so long, I had lived this life of constantly reaching, and then when I got what I wanted, I lost my motivation. 2 years ago, I competed in a men's physique competition, and I placed 4th place, and this qualified me for nationals. And then a couple months later, I went to compete in a bigger contest, the national contest, and then I placed 6th. But as I was doing this, as my body was better than ever, I started to lose my motivation. As I was competing, my motivation diminished. It was really, really weird. I was running off of mass amounts of pre-workouts. I was going to the vitamin shop. I was buying everything. I was looking at pictures of other guys, and I'm thinking like, fuck, are my abs good enough? You know, compared to theirs, like, am I good enough? Do I have big enough bicep peaks? And what began to happen is, as I got the better body, as I got the better abs, as I trained twice a day, I started to become sad. I started to become less motivated to get what it is that I thought I wanted. And something had really occurred. It was like, whenever I thought I was reaching my happiness that I had thought about for so long, I was actually getting less motivated. Guys, for so long I was in this place of scarcity in my life where I always needed to get better. I always needed to get more money, a better body, a nicer car. I was ashamed of the car I was driving around. And you know what? When I got my other car, I was like, felt a little bit better, but I got myself in debt. And then I got a new car after that. Didn't do shit, right? Less motivated to do anything. So the further I got in life, the more I got all this shit, a nice body, I'm still fucking less motivated than when I was just starting out. What I think happens a lot of times is we give up our power. From an early age, maybe it's subconsciously, or maybe our parents have a lot to do with it, but we give up our power to define what makes us happy. I thought it was money, but did I come up with that? No. I was in a very scarcity mindset from a young age. I thought it was a better body, and then competing with that, but it wasn't that. When I started working out, it was all about setting PRs. Maybe I should have became a power lifter, instead of a bodybuilder trying to compete. And it wasn't about that. I love working out. I love being at my house, pumping up, flexing in front of the mirror, seeing myself grow and change. It wasn't about competing with other people. It wasn't about being the best or having the best abs. That's not what it was about. But I was influenced to think that since I'm bodybuilding, I have to bodybuild. I have to compete. It wasn't about having the nicest car. Right? Now it's about using my car to do what it is that makes me happy. But we give up our power to define our own success. And you'll notice that when you do that, your motivation suffers. Guys, motivation isn't real. Okay? It's not. If anything, it's just energy. And if you're constantly in a state look at your happiness. If you're down here in scarcity and you're always looking for something else to make you happy, the same thing with motivation. You lack motivation, you're always waiting for something to give you motivation. So what do? We drink those monsters. We listen to these pump up videos on YouTube. And then we come and we ask other people, one of the most questions I get is like, why am I not motivated? How do I keep the motivation? You'll never keep the motivation, guys, if you're in this place of scarcity. You'll never find the motivation if you let someone else define your happiness. That is in your power. That's your responsibility. Okay? You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have it figured out. Everyone thinks they need a purpose. They need to finally make a career for themselves. And they need to get this girl. But when you start operating on that level, it's like you're missing something. You're going to be in scarcity all the time. Your mindset is going to influence the way you live your life, and you're always going to be unhappy. You're always going to be unmotivated. All right? It starts with being happy now. It starts with having a state of abundance now. When you wake up in the morning, it's okay if you feel a little bit sluggish. You don't need motivation. If you don't feel like going to the gym, you don't need motivation. You need to accept where you are now. All right? That will ensue when you begin to act out of a place of abundance. The energy will come, man, right? Because you're not chasing smoke and mirrors. That's the key thing that I realized. Is like I was chasing this illusion my entire life. And as I begin to get these things that I think that I want so much, I realize they're just smoke and mirrors. And then I lose my damn motivation. And I feel like shit. I feel lost. I feel like I don't have a purpose anymore. I feel like I don't know myself. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this talk. If there's any questions, please let me know. Any comments you may have. Life is beautiful. Life is a beautiful thing, guys. But remember, you do have the power to define your happiness, and you should honor the things that make you happy. Right? Yo-yoing makes me happy. I honor that. Reading, creating these YouTube videos makes me more happy than I've ever been in my life. Sharing, talking with you guys, it's such an impactful experience for me. And I just want to share that with you guys to know that you are in control. Don't let others fool you to believing that you need more, that you're not enough, because you are enough. And your motivation will spike when you stop chasing the happiness illusion, the smoke and mirrors. Have abundance now, my friends. I'll see you soon.